hello. Okay, wait, hold up, because oh, this is always like a 10 minutes of my time struggle. Hello? I'm sorry, it'll only be 10 minutes. Okay. You're just gonna waste your fucking time trying to get. Alright, let's wait. Okay, wait. So
There's another one.
There's another mic.
No!
There you go. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Hello? Okay, my name is Gina Gold, and I've been working on my opening because I have a friend, Joyce Lee. She's a great performer. Isn't she fucking amazing? And she always, like, she's just so savvy, and she gets out there and she's always like, how y'all motherfuckers doing tonight? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try that, but it just never, it's always like, hello, motherfuckers! It never has the same punch. So anyway, mine is a Bart story, and I'm not proud of it because usually people are on the other end. They're the person telling about the person on Bart that was not acting right. I am that person. So I'm going to take you back. It was a perfect day, and I woke up and I wasn't sure exactly what happened. I was lying on the floor of a penthouse in San Francisco on Beale Street, and I'm covered in whipped cream, and my arm is caught in something. I think it was my bustier, and next to me is some sort of human hair that had been attached to my head, now just lying there like a dead ferret. And I'm thinking, what the fuck happened? So I'm trying to backtrack. So I'm going back to the day before where I had my shift at the Market Street Cinema in San Francisco. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, it was a lap dancing club that closed down on Sleazy 6th, and it's basically where strippers go to die. There's nothing classy about this club. And this was a particularly racist day because I sat on this man's lap and he asked me to do an African rain dance. Because everybody in Africa, you know, is just rain dancing right now. If you went to Africa, they'd all be fucking rain dancing. And then I sat on another man's lap and he said, he was a white man, he said, oh my God, I love black women, which is always a fucking bad start, because you know it's going to go downhill from there. He said, I love black women. They just, oh my God, they just, their skin, it's so smooth, and they don't age the same way as white women. Why is that? And I said, I'm just gritting my teeth, well, because black people have more melanin. And he said, you mean watermelonin? Yes. Yes, bitches. He said watermelonin. Yes, he did. Market Street Cinema, where strippers go to fucking die. And the thing was that the DJ was also the manager and the cashier / janitor, right? And the rule was you were to dance for 3 songs and then you could get off stage after you were naked. But if the DJ was, let's say, mopping the floor, he might keep your CD running and you couldn't leave. So on this day, I'm on stage for, I don't know, let's just say 4 hours. And I'm like, I hate this job. I'm sick of it. Something's got to change. And why am I not a big money maker? I mean, okay, so I'm wearing Reeboks instead of heels. And my wig does look a lot like Rick James in Super Freak, or a member of British Parliament. You decide. But if I'm gonna do this, I should be expensive, right? So in walks Jewel. Now Jewel was a huge money maker, and I wanted what she had. 4'11", African American woman, gorgeous, like just popping, just fucking fat, yummy booty, just ooh, right? So, and she was such a big money maker, and I just thought, how can I do what she does? Is maybe she could teach me, and I don't know her that well, but I'm desperate. So I said, she was getting something out of her locker, and I said, excuse me, Jewel? And she turned around and she gave me the phone sex voice, and she said, yes, China Blue. And then I wasn't sure where to go from there. So I got up and I walk over to her and I put my arms on her shoulders, and then I lean in and I stick my tongue in her mouth. I'm not sure if I thought that her power was gonna come through her body and then transfer into mine. Couldn't I just say, can you please help me? I don't know why I did that, but I tongued her down for a good minute. So then she says, my house tomorrow? And I said, okay, bet. So I go to her house on Beale Street, and she answers the door naked in heels. And she said, are you hungry? And I said, sure. So she orders waiters on wheels, and the guy shows up. She's naked in heels. He just puts the food down. Here's your salmon and potatoes. He just like tried not to look up. And while we're eating, I said, can you help me? Do you think that you can help me to be a better stripper? Can you give me some of your, whatever you have? And she said, okay. So she opens up her massive closet and she takes out a bustier and a mini skirt and black stockings and heels, and then she puts this long fall on the back so it hangs down, and she gives me the false eyelashes, and I look really good. And I'm like, okay, I'm letting go of Rick James, and I'm moving on. This is the big time. I'm gonna roll with the big dogs, right? So then she said, are you ready to go out? And I said, sure. Where are we going? And she said, out. And I said, okay. So she had this purple BMW, and I'm thinking we're gonna get in there, but instead she says, let's get on BART. This is how BART works its way into the story. Now, she doesn't strike me as a BART type of person, so I'm confused. And if you've got a purple BMW with a butt warmer, why are we taking BART? So we go down into Embarcadero Station. It's rush hour. It's Friday night. And she's walking fast because she knows how to walk in heels. And I'm like hobbling behind her. And we see the train for Richmond and we get on. And it's packed. So, and there's no seat. So she walks up, there's two white men sitting in a seat and they're reading the newspaper, and she says, excuse me, can we have your seat? And they fucking get up. They fold up their newspapers and they get up and they move. And I'm like, I want what she has. But then, instead of sitting in the seat, she takes off her shoes, and then she takes off her stockings, and she stands on the seat. And I'm thinking, it's rush hour. Like, I'm not, so I just look at her and I'm like, no, don't do that. And then she takes off her shirt to reveal these two massive silicone breasts, one was a little bigger than the other, on BART. And I am starting to panic because in reality, like, I want to roll with the big dogs, but I don't have anything to back it up. So, which is why I was a $2 stripper in the wig, right? So I'm thinking, I'm okay, I'm done. And so she starts to dance on the seat. And she's got no top on. She's dancing, and I'm just like, please don't let my grandma be on the BART train. I see a little old black woman, and I'm horrified, but luckily she gets off, but then a whole bunch of people get on. And I'm like, okay. Okay. And I'm, doing that in front of everybody, just. But it seems like I'm starting to sweat, so now I'm just going, okay, I'm gonna roll with the big dogs. I'm gonna roll with the big dogs. So now, the people on either side of the seat have evacuated. So she's hogging 3 seats, okay, and it's rush hour, and she's not wearing any underwear. And she straddles her legs over the seat. So she's got one leg over one leg over the other, and she's just like squat eagle to the world. And then she's like, and I'm like, oh, I was hoping that we could just sort of do some sort of stripper Pygmalion situation. It's like a stripper, My Fair Lady, and you just kind of help me. I'm not trying to, but then I was like, okay, I want to roll with the big dog. So I get on the seat, and she takes my head and she pushes it in between her legs. And so I fucked her all the way to the Ashby station. And I'll just end by saying, and the next day I woke up in a penthouse on the floor covered in whipped cream. The dead ferret next to me. And Jewel is looking at me, and she says, and she's naked in heels. And she said, "Are you hungry? I ordered waiters on wheels." Thank you so much.